What's the deal, y'all? This y'all boy, Battle Rap Chuck. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what the deal is, bro. Now, I checked out the Big K versus Murda Mook face off, bro. The Big K, like in Murda Mook face off, was very, very. I enjoyed it. It was more funnier than real serious, but of course, like, I'm okay with that because nobody is about to sit here and expose their angles or bars. So I kind of understand like how that works. But I really think this is going to be a dope battle. Like, I think this battle is going to be dope. Now, this is not like a prediction, like that I'm like trying to like use or whatever. Like, I'm not trying to give you guys like a prediction right now. But I feel like the angle that I just think where both could like possibly go, right? And I just hope it just doesn't go that long. I just feel like when it comes to Murda Mook and Big K, I feel like Big K shouldn't stay on a certain angle for so long. He shouldn't stay on an angle. Like, if you want to talk about Rex saying something slick about Mook and his battles, regardless if it's the Math Hoffa and Mook situation, what I'm saying, a little scuffle they had back in the day. I feel like you shouldn't stay on them angles that long. Now, same with Mook. If Mook is going to go towards a white angle, I just feel like I probably wouldn't want Mook to use that angle at all. But if he does, I do feel like he shouldn't stay on that subject for long. I definitely feel that way. He shouldn't stay on that he shouldn't stay on that on that subject matter for a long time. I feel like neither opponent, neither battler could stay on the same subject for a long time. That's one thing that I had that's one thing that that I have seen from afar. As soon as I seen Big K versus Mook get booked, as soon as I seen Big K versus Mook get booked, bro, I'm just like, okay, I feel like this is going to be a good battle, but I just really feel like at the end of the day, this just might have to just come down to who had the better bars, who was the better battler at the end of the day. But instead of trying to do the exposing and trying to do, just trying to just stay on one thing, I feel like y'all will be in some serious shit. And that comes from both of y'all. I feel like both of y'all will be up in a serious situation. If you guys just stay on that same subject. I feel like Mook should learn from certain battlers that went against Big K. Because one thing I will say about Big K, a lot of people that had went up in there and kind of played with Big K not a person to play with. So he'd mess around and get you up out of here. I'm just being real with you. He'd mess around and get you. I remember at one point where everybody knew Big K was dope back then too. But I do feel like people kind of tried to play Big K in a way oh, you know what, this is a check. Let me go on and go get this. And then when they go against him, Big K now got a 30 on him, or Big K now got him 2-1. So I just feel like you shouldn't go up in there just looking down on a Big K. I just don't feel that way. Now, Big K should also like learn from what Mook be saying, because you know Mook is gonna give you that arrogant, cocky feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, kind of like similar to like a Verbs or like a Surf. You know, just like that cocky type feel. Maybe like a Goods too. I just feel like when, like, I just feel like one thing that Big K should actually just like learn from Mook is, okay, he 30 Tay Rock, he 30 Geechee Gotti. I'm not about to like let this dude walk away like beat me and like walk away from this battle like, yeah, I beat another like one of like y'all favorites 3-0 again. I think Big K should really pay attention to that and just go like full throttle, you know. And this is some of the things that I'm catching from the face off, and like, and this from the like, and this is also like the things that I also like caught like from like, you know, like when this battle had first got booked. So to each his own. But big shouts out to Murda Mook and big shouts out to Big K. Man, I love this battle, bro. I don't know why I like this battle better than like the other two battlers that ARP said, which is Ill Will and Hitman Holla. I don't know why I like Murda Mook and Big K like better than both of these. Maybe I'll be able to explain that. No, you know what though? I could explain that now. Maybe because of Hitman last performance maybe. But then maybe also because of like when it comes to Ill Will, I don't know. It's just something about Murda Mook and Ill Will. I don't know. It's just something about, I don't know what it is for Murda Mook and Ill Will, but I do know Ill Will and Hollow was a very good battle. I will say that though. I will say Murda Mook and Ill Will was a very good battle. But yeah, but back to like what I was saying though. If Murda Mook beats Big K, Hitman Holla have every right to like talk his shit. You know, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You now lost, you know, lost to Big K. Now what? But I do feel like if Big K beat Murda Mook, then yeah, just like ARP said, it could be like a lot of talks like, hey, y'all trying to talk this and that about Big K, but he beat Mook. You know, they're like, that's the same thing with like a Verb. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say this about Verb, but he beat Mook and Lux. Y'all saying this about Big K, but he beat Mook. So I feel like if Big K is really smart, don't let Murda Mook walk away with no 30. And if you gon' beat the dog mess out of Murda Mook, just like you said, I would suggest you to do so, sir, because neither one of y'all can afford to like let y'all foot off the gas, bro. You know, neither one. But I also did feel like when Murda Mook said that Big K is one-dimensional, I see what he's saying. With Big K rapping on tracks and Big K rapping in a battle, regardless if he's using angles, regardless if he's being witty, regardless if he's being funny, he used the same flow no matter what. Mook did have a good point on that. He did. But I also like, you know, that's one thing that Big K should pay attention to as far as like what Mook is saying about him. I will say that though. He should pay attention to that though. You know? So like I said, like, I'm looking forward, you know what I'm saying, like for this battle for sure. Now, John and Dime versus Miss Hustle drama. This is not really about them. It's not about Hustle. It's not about John. But the thing with this though is, I just really feel like, man, if I really like wanted to own something or be in control of something, the last thing, man, that I'd be thinking is to own a damn battle league. That's what I'm looking at. Forget about as far as how I feel about like Miss Hustle. Forget about how I feel about John. To me, it's like being a battle league owner, bro. That shit feel like a headache. I'm not even gonna hold you. That feels terrible. I don't like it. I don't really care nothing about it. It's like it feels just so comfortable, man, just sitting back and just being a damn fan, bro. Going through contracts, and then also just knowing that the three biggest leagues is really, well, KLTD kind of turned into GTX in a way, but you know, you really like looking at them, RBE and URL, and other than that, everything else just goes back down. Everything else just goes back down, bro. So it's like, Like everything else, it just don't really do it for me like that. You know, I do want to like look more forward into like what's going on. You know what I'm saying, with like the bullpen card. I want to sit back and like look at some of these interviews. I hear John promote them. Like I want to sit back and like watch them interviews as well. I want to I see John is talking to old boy 3 Letterman, so I want to check that out. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna really say about that, man, because it's just like, man, being like a battle rap league owner, man, like that seemed like that could be hella stressful, bro. That seemed like that could be stressful as hell, and I can't even imagine as far as like what the battle rappers go through. Oh my god. Like, yeah, I'm saying, like, to me, that's just like crazy, man. But you know, like as far as the John situation, bro, I like, when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, booking somebody or whatever, one thing that, you know, that I have already have like realized, you know, coming coming like fresh out of like high school, being 18, 19, one thing I had like realized then is that, you know, it's not really like no friends, you know what I'm saying, in business. You know what I'm saying? Your friends want to get paid too. You know what I'm saying? The people who you like look at as far as like your friends could stab you up in the back too. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you feel like you don't think so or not, yeah, they'll mess around and stab your ass in the back too. You know what I mean? So when John is saying that he gave Miss Hustle, you know what I'm saying, the money already, then Miss Hustle was saying, you know, she feel like she got to get paid more. It's just like, well, I don't really know what type of business that John has been doing with other battle rappers. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he did another battle rapper like that. I don't know if he gave like a battle rapper, you know, like some bread, you know what I'm saying, before the pandemic, but then due to the pandemic, they couldn't do it. So then, you know, when the next battle event ended up happening, they end up just battling because John paid them last year. I don't know what type of business is going on over there with, you know what I'm saying, with John, you know what I'm saying, and like, you know, other people that he's paying to do this battle. I don't know. And then like when you like look at like the Suge, you know what I'm saying, it's just like when you look at the Suge situation, like I said, let me like make this clear. I'm not about to sit here and just like go crazy on Shotgun Suge, because he did say he going like through some personal things. He's having like personal issues or whatever. But to me, it just seemed like it just, you know, he said he couldn't do bullpen. He said he can't do, you know what I'm saying, the Easy to Block Captain battle or whatever. But, you know, okay, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But like I said, when it comes to like Suge, when I like look at Suge, as far as like what he did with that Easy to Block Captain battle though, bro, you know, like declining that, you know, when you like look at Suge, you know what I'm saying, Suge was down. He was down. He was losing all of his battles. He called out the writers. He lost all the writers. I don't think he went against all the writers yet, but all the writers that he had supposedly like called out, he lost to all of them damn writers. And next thing you know, Shotgun Suge started actually going on a spree with like the stumbles and with like the drugs. He went against Verb. As much as I felt like Verb won that battle could be debated. It's going to go off as far as like what style, you know what I'm saying, like you prefer. So when you like look at that with URL, like looking out for Shotgun Suge and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, like putting his career back up, I just don't really see Shotgun Suge, you know what I'm saying, like going to the Remy, going like to Chrome 23, bro, and going against Easy to Block Captain. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. I'm sorry. So, you know, you could call it whatever you want to call it. I don't see that happening. It is what it is on that. But I do know at the end of the day, I know some people are going to be like, oh yeah, I could do whatever I want to do. And all right, for sure. For sure, you know, you do whatever you want to do. Okay, cool. Nobody said you couldn't do whatever you want to do. But, you know, when people put these puzzles together, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of these things, you know what I'm saying, like make sense. And I'm not down in Suge, you know what I'm saying, with certain things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably had a conversation with Beasley. You know, you and Beasley and Smack probably had that conversation like, hey, well, hey, check this out, y'all. I ain't battling nowhere but URL, dog. I'm effing with y'all. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta keep your word. You gotta keep your word, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, but other than that though, man, it seemed like a real good card. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing like everything that's like going on with, you know, regardless if it's the outside card, regardless if it's the URL card, regardless if it's the Rare Breed Entertainment card. I see ARP promoting, you know what I'm saying, the battle rapper Swave 7 doing an interview with him, Charlie Clips. Oh boy, I like that new cat. I forgot his name, man. The tall cat. What is dude's name? I mean, I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even going to hold y'all with that. But I do like him, though. That tall cat on Rare Breed Entertainment. Not the 6'8" dude, the other dude. I like him, though. He hard. That's probably like my best new cat over there. He hard. I like him. But, you know, big shouts out to y'all. This y'all boy Battle Rap Chuck 92. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. And hey, man, can't wait for this Big K Murda Mook battle to go down. And if I'm not blocked, you know what I'm saying, with my schedule, I might sit back and like watch like these bullpen battles too. So, boom.